What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave. And if you see the green graphics, you know it can only be one thing. The big, weird palm print. It's 5 random questions. And joining me this time is my nerd and the jerk partner and fellow fat guy, Jake Link, who demanded this to happen. He's like, I need it to happen.
That's right. I said, now.
Now.
I woke Dave up, and I said, you know what, Dave? Fuck your sleep. This shit happens now.
That's right. Or no more nerd and the jerk for you.
Yeah, and
he held me hostage.
Call up YouTube. I call up YouTube and tell them to take down your channel again.
I call down. Yes, right. I did it the first time. I'll do it again. But it's always good to talk to my good buddy Jake Link and bringing back 5 random questions. It seemed apropos, considering you were one of my first guests on Creative Corner.
Yeah. It was interesting. This is technically the 3rd interview that we've had.
Yeah, that's right, because the one I lost because I'm awful at what I do.
No, we had half of it. We had.
Oh, that's right.
I think it was either you had me or you had yourself.
I had you. I didn't have me.
You had me. So it just looked like I was having a conversation with a crazy person,
which would have been hilarious
with myself. Yeah, it's like, oh, I got into comedy when I was, and then it's just silence. Yeah.
Well,
you should have just released that.
I know, right?
Jake Lake interview with. Do you still have the audio to that?
No, I delete everything. I don't keep nothing. That was on my old computer too, so no, I don't have that. Yeah. That's long gone, lost to the ether.
Yeah.
So. But it's okay. We ended up doing another good one, and then of course all the stuff we do on Nerd and the Jerk. So. Everyone pretty much knows who the fat man sitting here with me is. They all know who Jake Link is.
I mean, I could give an introduction. I could, I guess maybe I should. I'm just going by. I know how you do these. So
you guys know me.
Y'all know me.
Well, what's going on? Catch people up. What's going on in your life recently right now? People who don't know.
Recently, well, I'll do a little bit of a backstory, I guess, for the people that don't know. I'm Jake. I'm a comic. I do sketch comedy, and I used to be a member of a Rocky Horror Cast, and I'm actually along with Dave, one of the original members of Shot from the Point.
That's right.
And so I got involved with that. I know Tommy through my brother-in-law is actually really good friends with him, and I met him through there, and me and Tommy were talking and not stopping, as it was put by my other brother-in-law. If there's no oxygen left in a room after Tommy and Jake are there.
Very true.
So and then I stepped down just for personal reasons, and then Dave scooped me up for Nerd and the Jerk.
That's right.
I'm a new father. I have a 6-month-old daughter, and I absolutely adore and love, and my wife, who I absolutely love. Despite the little argument we had right before we did this, but I still love her. And
how could she be mad at you with that glorious beard that you're rocking right now? Look at that.
I know. I kind of look like a Ryan Fitzpatrick and fucking Nick Mangold homosexual love child.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I mean,
yeah, it's certainly been a year of transition for you in a lot of ways.
It's like I mean, all within 12 months, I've actually managed to purchase my own home, get a new job, become a father. And it's just like they say, oh, you shouldn't do that many life changes all in one shot. And I mean, I literally, within 72 hours, I literally closed on a house and went to new job training.
And you know what? I think I don't agree with that. Don't make a lot of life changes at the same time. No, screw that. Get them all done at once. Now you're set for the next decade. Your 30s are now good to go.
Next 30 years.
Yeah, really, yeah. Mortgages these days, am I right?
Yeah.
Well, you know why you're here. You know what this is all about, man. This is 5 random questions. And, of course, I'm going to ask you 5 things that are lingering within my head. Not exactly random as I wrote them out, but you know what? My titles don't always make sense.
Yeah.
But if you survive all 5 of those questions and you answer them to my satisfaction, you get to flip the tables. And I can just see the look on your goddamn face that I am going to regret giving you the one question retaliation. It's not going to be. I can already just.
It's not boxers or briefs.
Neither. Speedos. Just so you know. Okay. So let's kick it off with question numero uno. See, I'm bilingual. You know, it's good stuff there. Right. Jake, as you already just covered, you're a guy who wears many, many hats. Comedian, podcaster, 9-to-5er, communist. You've recently added father to that list. So the first
racist,
misogynist. So the first thing I need to know is, how has fatherhood changed all of those things for you? Do you feel like it's time to kind of give up on the past dreams that you've had and just kind of focus on parenting? Or has having a child kind of relit your passion to try and chase those dreams as sort of a way for your daughter and family to be proud?
Well, it's funny you mention that. My wife actually said to me a few weeks ago, because I could get this child to laugh like you wouldn't believe. Mm-hmm. And she goes, "You've created your biggest fan." and hearing that, and like, you know, I actually have a puppet for her for when she does get older. I'm gonna show it to you. I don't have a name. All I did, it's pretty much a blank slate. All I did was get eyes for it. But this is the puppet I have for her for when she does start to get older. You know, because I do play with the puppets with her and she loves it. But honestly, I think if anything, especially, I think like it could help me just, you know, having a daughter. Like, it's not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna just go out on the road and become a road comic. You know, I think it could help me out with like other, just being creative and like, you know, if she is, you know, hopefully she's more talented than me in anything, you know, and I just hope like, you know, she could just like, you know, father daughter fucking comedy team and
that's the dream right there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that would be great. You know, I want her to play hockey. I want her to be a goalie. I want her to do all the things that I did. But you know, I'm like you said, I wear many hats.
Yeah, you do.
I do a lot of different things. I have a lot of a very big array of interests.
Yeah. And
which I think works to my advantage, because it's not like, Daddy, I want to be tap dancing. It was like, that shit's for fags. Right. You know, I'll be like, oh no, that's cool. You know, just all right, we'll do tap dancing then, you know, and I'll help her out. And then, you know, she wants to get into the other creative arts, you know, singing or writing, comedy and stuff like that. I think it'll be great. And I think, you know, I can't wait for her to get to that age where she could start doing things like that.
Yeah, it's good that you have a built-in predisposition, like you're already in support of that type of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't think it's like, damn it, like hurt my career. I don't think the dream is ever going to be hurt, you know, anything like that.
Well, you see so many people who, when they have a family, when they have a kid more specifically, it alters everything, you know, for some people. And they completely go away from it.
Do I do the shows like that I used to do? And no, not at all. But you know what? I still feel I could call myself a comic.
Yeah.
Because I do Nerd and the Jerk, because I do this, because I do the podcasting and, you know, and I could just go off and do whatever, you know, and like right in the comfort of my own home, I could still entertain people.
Sure.
And that makes it a lot easier. So.
Technology is good, isn't it? I mean,
it is.
It helps the dream still be attainable.
I mean, you know.
No, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Honestly,
too.
I honestly, I just think like she's almost 6 months old. I just think right now it's kind of a I got to be there for all those first, and you know, and it's like, and you know, doing things like this definitely keep me fresh, and you know, and always writing something, always putting pen to paper or fingers to typewriter to keyboard.
Yeah, it's funny. The first when Alicia was born, I was still in the Army and everything, and then I got hurt, and kind of everything went on the back burner, and I got out of the Army and all that stuff. But when I started to come out of my morphine, drug-induced, you know, stupor that I was in, the first thing that I wanted to start doing was creating, and what I had in mind was my daughter. You know, it was like just creating for her, because who I was sitting on the couch was not what I wanted my legacy to be for her. I didn't want those to be her memories. So when in 5 years, when I'm probably dead from a heart attack, I want my daughter to be able to come on YouTube and see all of these videos that I've created. So for me, it was a driving force, and I'm glad to see that it's kind of the same thing with you. That's cool. Mm-hmm. That's very cool.
Well, I just hope I'm not dead in 5 years.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking me. I'm 5 years and I'll be happy. You know, if I can make it past.
Should we start putting in bets?
Right, the Deadpool, the dead on Deadpool.
Dead on Dave Deadpool.
Well, good answer. Good answer. Question number 2. Now, everyone that has watched Nerd and the Jerk, all 13 of you, know this, that you are a reality TV serial watcher. You love reality TV. It's one of your things. Mm-hmm. So, real simple, man. Of all the shows that you watch, which is the one you'd want to actually participate in if given the chance?
Well, if I said Born This Way, it would be...
Give it time, Jake. Give it time.
There'd be a lot of questions asked.
Or answered for some of us. Be like,
it's like, you know what? I can see why he's that. Okay.
That's why.
I mean...
You know, somebody right now is screaming, "Biggest Loser, motherfucker!"
Yeah, I never watched Biggest Loser.
I did.
I never,
and I just felt bad about myself, so I stopped.
I heard that I heard that they're not that like healthy with the way that they do the dieting.
It doesn't seem like it. You know, I've taken a bunch of nutritionist courses and stuff when I was in the Army. It doesn't seem healthy, but what do I know? I'm fat.
Yeah, I mean. Your nutrition course is the way I use algebra.
Right. Exactly.
But maybe obviously like Big Brother.
You do love Big Brother. That would be fun.
I do. Yeah. That would be fun. It seems like they have a lot of fun in their house. I don't think I'd get that far. I think I'd probably be, they probably wouldn't evict me right away. Maybe like in the 4th week.
Yeah. What would be your strategy, man? What would you try to be? Would you try to endear
my
yourself?
Strategy
would quiet?
I would try and just be buddy with everybody, just have everybody laugh, not talk so much game and who I want to get rid of, but maybe try and like throw the first few comps, and then after I throw those comps, then I try, because you don't want to come. It's kind of a weird game. If anybody's ever watched Big Brother. The object of the thing is you kind of, if you show that you're a strong player right from the beginning, people are going to gun for you.
Yeah.
And that you don't want people gunning for you. So
no, in any use of the words, you don't want people gunning for you.
Yeah. So you don't want to perceive yourself as a strong player, but you also don't want to perceive yourself as a weak player.
Yeah.
Because if you come off as a weak player, you get put up on the block that week for whatever reason, there's a chance you won't win those comps.
Yeah.
So you have to go in and kind of just blend in and just be in the background and just not cause any controversy. And that would probably be the one. Also, Comedy Knockout, which is a show.
I'd like to see that. Yeah.
I don't know if you ever seen it. Damian Lemon host it. They take like 3 comics, and then they give them all these like pictures, and then they have to each like pictures or phrases and what not to say at a funeral, and then the comics have to come up, and then they say what not to say, a funny phrase, and then
it's like just a competitive Who's Line kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. They have like three pro comics. Some people may have heard of, some like that are just kind of like still out there.
Yeah.
And then at the end, whoever loses has to read a whole entire pre-written speech about why they suck and why it's pretty funny. So.
That's pretty funny. I like that. Good answer.
But those two are the show. Yeah, those are the 2 shows I think.
I'd like to see on Survivor. That'd be hilarious.
I never watched Survivor.
I like Survivor. I used to like Survivor. I don't watch it anymore.
I tried to. I can't. There's certain ones I get very fickle with reality TV.
I need them a certain way. I need my indoor comforts, Dave. I can't. Yeah. No, I'm not going outside.
I want to do Survivor, but in an urban neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah.
Outside camping. That's about it.
Yeah, I want to do. I want to go into Harlem and wear Make America Great hat.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Ferguson personally, but hey, you know, to each his own.
Yeah.
Question number 3. That was a good answer for number 2. Number 3. Comedy, like podcasting and really anything entertainment, is very, very subjective. It's more personal than food. And today, it feels like it's so damn easy to offend anybody, as we're seeing with some of the YouTube regulations right now. Now, while most people have tried to curtail that, and, you know, if for no other reason than to save themselves aggravation, you, on the other hand, seem to seek out those easily offended people and almost relish the chance to get them into a tizzy. Is this just out of personal enjoyment, or is there a deeper reason for doing that?
I like attention.
You know, it's not as noble as you might think. It's much simpler.
You know, I'm like, what can I say? I'm a dying breed. You know, I like when comedy was comedy and people weren't upset over every little thing. Yeah. I just, you know, I apologize for if you ever did lose your channel because of something I've said, but I think it goes back to, you know, the line that George Carlin said, and that's, the job of a comedian is to find out where the line is drawn and deliberately cross it.
Yeah.
So I feel like within these past 2 or 3 years, I think I've had to say that quote like more than I should have. I mean, because it felt like just probably like, you know, within the past 5 years, just people just started getting offended by everything.
Yeah. Well, because there's so many ways to expose the person that's offending you or punish them socially. Yeah. You know, it's ridiculous. And
I mean, and here's my thing. You know, do you think ISIS or North Korea is going to care about your safe place?
Yeah, right.
You know, it just... No, they're not. They're not. If they ever came over here and they'd be like, "Oh, listen now, Mr. White Man, go over there and fucking start hitting that rock with a hammer." Like, excuse me, I don't want to do that. And can you please not call me that? And then they're fucking dead.
Yeah, exactly. The safe space will be the name of the box they put your fucking head in. Yes.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, World War II, people were, you know, like that definitely was the greatest generation. And I know everybody says that, you know, oh, everyone hates the next generation that's coming up. But I just like, I look at some of the people, it's like, I can't have that. I'm
so soft.
I don't want to eat meat. And I'm like,
it's not, you know what? It's not even about the not wanting to do stuff. It's forcing it upon other people. Like, it's like everything is a movement. That's the problem.
There is a character on it went off the, you know, they had their final season, but it's Ron Swanson on Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
I think his character is so funny because there are not a lot of people like that anymore.
Virtually none. Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
No, he, and like, you know, and like you see him and like you know, like a lot of millennials would be offended by a character like him.
Yeah.
You know, who doesn't eat meat, or, you know,
all he does is eat meat.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, all he does is eat meat. But you know, all the vegetarians and
he would deliberately, they would at least 3 or 4 times a season, they would really let him go off on that whole culture too. Which I missed that show. It was a great show.
Yeah, one of the final, he meets his new hairdresser.
Yeah.
And he goes, the hairdresser's like, I want to go to all these clubs, but they're just full of Euro trash. I go, I too think those people are garbage. Tell me more about these European trash people.
Ron Swanson is who I want to be when I grow up.
Nobody's, I mean, granted, I work in a very male driven field, and if you show any weakness, you fucking get it. Like,
there's Darwinism in your workplace. Yes.
Oh yeah. It's like, you know, I had the flu and I heard it's like, oh, you couldn't come into work.
Now, you didn't report that for being bullied and harassed, Jake. You had a case. You could have reported them and you could have gotten them fired, Jake.
Yeah, I mean,
why didn't you?
And my wife was like, well, so you should just, you know, if you're not feeling good or you hurt, you should just take off if you're feeling tired. I would go, do you really? You don't understand. Because I mean, I work within the heating and cooling field, so
Yeah.
these guys are in fucking 100-degree attics all fucking day, and I'm like, I can't come in.
They're like, oh, this fatty have a cold. Well, let me just get out of my 107-degree attic that I was just in, and let me coddle you. I'll bring you soup.
And so I mean, everyone still says fuck to each other. They call each other faggots, and it's fun.
Got to be careful with that. Then you can't do that on YouTube no more. It's crazy.
Can I say call each other faggots?
Probably not, but I don't care at this point. I'll take a bullet for you, Jake. I don't give a shit. I love you to death, and I'll defend your your right to say that. And you didn't say anything wrong there.
I said it as a quote. I didn't call anyone a faggot.
Saying a word and using a word are two different things.
And if you report this, you're a faggot.
Oh, jeez.
Just know that you're a
Make
faggot.
sure you send your letters to Jake Link at Jake Link Comedy on Twitter. Don't send them to me because I don't care. Send them to Jake. Don't attack my channel. Just send them to Jake. Tell Jake that you hate him. There you go. That's all you got to do. Or as Tommy would say, upper right-hand corner click. That's it.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, good stuff. I don't know what the original question was, but I'm sure you answered it. Question number 4. You have quite a history with jobs, gigs, and such. They're well documented. You've been on you've been on Opie and Anthony. You've done Rocky Horror Improv moderating. You've done all kinds of different radio and podcasting shows. What has been the most gratifying thing for you to do, and what avenue do you see yourself most likely pursuing from this stage forward?
Most gratifying is probably podcasting. I'm not just trying to say that to, blow smoke up your ass or anything like that.
I think some of the things that you and I have done, especially recently, it's been some of the most gratifying things that I've ever done. In podcasting.
I just feel like, because after my dad had passed away, I kind of went into a hiatus where anything and everything, if I wrote, I didn't think it was funny. Yeah. And then Tommy started doing this, and I kind of got back out again. Took a little warming up, and then I got back, and then and I just feel like this is an avenue that works for me, because to me this is improv.
Yeah.
I sometimes don't know what's going to be said or what's going to come into my head with a story. Yeah. So I just feel like I think the podcast, and also just with the way that YouTube is, and you have all these big time YouTubers. Look at what happened with Tommy with Keemstar. I mean, that's a big deal.
Tommy is now at 6,000 subscribers, and when he started this whole thing with Keemstar, he was at 1,700. I mean, we're talking like more than tripled in less than 2 months because he got in the right circles. It's incredible, and there's no reason why the same thing can't happen with any one of us.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we put out a good product, and sometimes you see people that don't have a good product.
Yeah,
and they don't, that's why sometimes people think like, well, since you're famous, you must be good. And
right. Not on YouTube.
No, it doesn't matter. It's just people catching things at the right time and place. And
getting on the right trends or finding the right demographic that'll watch your shit. I think there's a lot of YouTubers that do the, the talking in front of a video game, just commenting on stuff. It's lowest common denominator shit, but there's a market for it.
It's just, not to put like Jeff to, trash on him, but I know he does it. But I think it's just been done a lot. I know people don't want to just look at somebody's face. It is sometimes interesting, especially the games that Jeff does play, like the MLBs and stuff.
Yeah. There's a place for it. There's a market for it. There are people who want to watch it.
There is, yeah. Even though if he's talking about, what he ate today.
Yeah, right.
Just it's crazy that's what entertainment. I mean, South Park did an episode about PewDiePie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the Cartman
about how nobody plays video games; they just watch people play video games.
The commenting on the commenters. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I even did I've done it before, but I did a Fallout video the other day. Just because I wanted to play the new DLC of Fallout, and I'm like, I don't want to be on camera, so I just I was like, oh shit, now I'm one of them.
Yeah, I think we're all going to be that. I just want to have somebody who's just really bad at a game, like play Mario, and he just keeps on falling and
keep dying.
Yeah,
there's a great viral video of a guy who's dying on an extra hard version of Mario. and he just freaks out. He's like Jewish or something. It's so funny. It's a great video. But yeah, good answer, man. I like that. We're down to our fifth and final question, my friend. Okay, it's time for you to have a reckoning. You're being punished, man, for all of your offending and all of the things that you've done. You must choose from the following. You either have to take an ungloved punch from Mike Tyson, get into a shoot wrestling match with the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle for 20 minutes, and 20 minutes of cardio might kill your ass, so careful with your choice here, or be forced to quit comedy. You have to choose one, or we
all
choose
aspects
all.
Of comedy, all aspects of entertaining.
Basically, you're mute.
And then I got to take one punch from Tyson.
It might be all it takes. Ungloved. And
are we talking Kurt Angle on drugs?
You can't. You don't get to decide that part. You never know. Whatever Kurt shows up.
Yeah, he might not show up because of that. So. You know what?
It's a hard. I was worried that this was going to be too easy of a choice, but it is hard. It's actually a hard decision. It's like,
you know what? I'll go Kurt Angle because even though I'm a fat guy, I can last. And if I just gotta, have him just toss me around on a mat,
he might break your freaking neck. You never know. I'd like to see you try to do a wrestling match for 20 minutes.
I thought you were going to say, personally, I'd like to see you quit comedy.
Oh, God. No, because I need somebody to stand next to me to make me look better. So, no, you can't quit.
Hey, what am I? I'm the Duff of the fucking podcasting world?
Yes, exactly. I mean, come on, man. And
you know what? I'll probably go Kurt Angle. Go Kurt Angle.
It's probably the safest. I wasn't picking Tyson
probably
either.
The safest. The ungloved Tyson punch. I may as well just say, quit comedy because I'm going to be quitting breathing.
Yeah, even at 50, I don't know if I'd let him do it. It's terrifying.
Because I'm sure the guy still works out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he actually recently looked like he got back in shape.
I love how you snuck in a Mike Tyson.
I did that for you. I knew you'd like that. So you survived all 5 of my questions and answered them quite well, I would say. Very astute, very adept. So you've earned it, my friend. You have yourself the opportunity to ask any question you like, and on my honor as a former United States soldier, I will answer 100% honestly because that's what I do here. So fire away, my friend.
Okay. Besides the whole thing that happened with the Joe Cronin thing, what is and since you started podcasting, what is your biggest regret and why?
Oh,
just in the podcasting world, not like personal life.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand. 4 years ago, 5 years ago is when Tommy and I actually started, doing stuff together. And about a year into that, I was living in this attic. I was 475 pounds. I was in a really bad place. And I was not easy to live with, let alone talk to on a daily basis. And I think my biggest regret is probably letting a lot of stupid personal bullshit come in between not really a friendship so much as a potential long-term podcasting relationship. Tommy and I lost a year. Hell, you and I lost time that we could have been working together, and we didn't over that situation. For those of you who don't know, Tommy and I didn't talk for an entire year, and then came back together, and then I ended up officiating his fucking wedding, and I love the guy to death.
And if you listen to old podcasts, you could hear me and Tommy talk about that.
Right? Yes. Which I still just love to do. I do it on all my off time. Regardless of what the entire situation was over, as I still think it was ridiculous to this fucking day. It's neither here nor there. It should have been handled better. And the fact that I couldn't handle it better, it bugs me because I hate losing something over nothing. And I felt that was one of those situations. So I think that's my biggest regret. Because as far as anything that I've said in podcasts or done outside of the Joe Cronin, you excluded the Joe Cronin thing. There's nothing else that I regret.
I just excluded it just because of, because it would have because I know I know you don't regret doing it because it helped you.
I actually I do have one regret as far as the Joe Cronin thing. I should have never went back after the first time he fired me.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I knew that was just going to be too easy, so I was like, I wanted to take that out of the equation.
No, that was good. He challenged me. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I hope I answered it sufficiently.
I think you did. I think you did, and I think I got fucking real.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I was like, oh,
that's right.
This guy, good.
That's right. Yeah, I should have asked you, who do you love more, your mother or your father, something like that.
well, my dad's dead, and my mother's crazy, so really, she wins by default.
It sounds like the same fucking situation. Dad's dead, mom's crazy, so
we're unified, Jake. We have so much in common.
Yeah.
I know I asked the 5 questions, but here's a little extra, little bonus. What's next, man? You and I are building something rather beautiful. I think there's a lot of potential there. But aside from that, what's next, man? What do you think? What sky is the limit for Jake Link?
I always get that little thing that this is not it for me as far as entertainment.
Right.
Just when I think it's gonna be it, before you came to me, I was like, well, I stopped shot from the point. I might as well just pack the microphone away, and then it just seems like when I just think it's it, it's not, and another opportunity comes and.
Just when you think you're out, they pull you back in. Is that what you're trying to say?
Pretty much. And I just feel like there's something I don't know what, I don't know how. Yeah. Maybe battle rapping.
Maybe that's the one. Yeah.
Maybe that's the next thing. Maybe doing something just in a different aspect, or really working on the whole ventriloquism thing and see what I could do with that. And I just know that there's something left. There's something. There's like when everyone says like, "Well, you don't do comedy anymore. Do you quit comedy?" I don't ever want to say I quit because I never really did. Yeah. I mean, there's just I don't like that. It's like I don't even like saying taking a hiatus because I still do this, and this is just as much as comedy is me getting on stage and
it's working. It's still working. You're still writing jokes. You're still in the same thought process. You're still going through that process. Absolutely. Yeah. I attribute it to like people who are still really religious but stop going to church. I just don't go to the building anymore.
Yeah, that's actually a very accurate description of it.
Well, I'm a very poignant man.
I don't know what it is, but I think there's something else out there. And
I think
I see so many people around me that I've known, and they're kind of they got their breaks. Dave Cyrus, who I used to listen to my shows and listen to shows that my show was associated with.
Yeah.
He's a writer on SNL right now, and he's also writing for the Rob Lowe roast.
Oh God.
Yeah,
which I heard was just absolutely brutal. By the way, it was filmed, and I heard it was brutal.
Yeah, and just there's more out there, and I don't know what it is or how it's gonna be, or I could be the next fucking Barney for all I know. I don't know.
Now, that's something to aspire to. Regardless of what it is, man, you and I are gonna venture those seas together, my friend.
Yeah,
and I'm very much looking forward to it. So. I can't thank you enough for doing 5 random questions. I'm glad that you had interest in doing it. I'm glad that everybody seems to be really interested in coming on. We got we've already done some great ones, but the ones that are coming from this point and on, I'm really excited about. I got a couple of really good surprises, and I'm excited about it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you, Jake. I really do appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you feel that you should be on Random Questions, if you have a story to tell, if there's something that you do that needs to be highlighted, hit me up on Twitter at ThatOnDaveV or write in the comment section below. Let me know exactly why. Now, I don't want to hear about your college experience or any shit like that. I want to know something real. I need a story. I got to get filled up from the inside. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm yearning. So give it to me. Feed me that. I appreciate it. Other than that, that's all I got. Thank you guys very much for joining us right here on Dead on Dave Productions and 5 Random Questions. That's Jake Link. You can find him over at Twitter at Jake Link Comedy. He's the man. That's all I could say. Thank you very much again, buddy.
Also, Nerd and the Jerk and all that.
That's right, Nerd and the Jerk. Don't miss it. Every other Thursday, I believe we settled on.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks, you're going to get one. You're going to get one.
Regardless if it's Thursday, Friday, or Saturday morning, you'll get one.
You're getting one. You're getting one. You're going to get filled up. So look forward to that.
Because I forgot, I'm going to bring this up on it. I actually, I'm getting the baby baptized. At the church are like, well, we need people in the choir. And he's like, you used to sing, right? I was like, yeah. Practice is every Thursday.
Oh, there you go.
Do I need to try out?
There you go.
I'm like, you just sing with the voice the Lord gave you.
That's right. You don't keep it in, you let it out.
Like,
you bring it for the whole world to hear.
I told him, I was like, I do stage, I'm very comfortable being on a stage. Like, oh, what do you do? It's like, I do stand up. Oh, yeah, we should just listen, the type of stand up I do, you'll be saying afterwards, I'll pray for you.
Right, exactly. But regardless of what happens, if Jake Link becomes a choir man or not, we'll be doing it every 2 weeks. It will come up. So keep your eyes open for that. And we shall see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Thank you very much. Keep it copious. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.